Hello, hello. I'm excited to be on this show today. Thank you for being our viewers. Thank you for being on this show. And right now, before I bring in our guest, I'll just like to say what the show is all about. In Money Matters Life, this is where it's a movement where we try to empower our guests, we try to empower our community, we try to empower the people God has placed around us. Money, financial literacy, financial discipline, how to make, manage, and multiply money is never taught in the university. We just go to learn one skill or the other and we're out. But in this session where we're going to be having, we bring in great guests who will be talking about how they started their business, how they can empower others in their community. So in the Money Matters, we talk about savings, we talk about investments, we talk about life insurance, health insurance, businesses we can do in the 21st century. How do we get our products that we have to the customers that need them? You can have a great product, great service. If you don't know how to get it to the people who need them, then you're not making money. So in this session, we talk about all that, and we bring people who have done several business who can be mentors to others coming behind. Like I would tell you, you cannot follow yourself. You need people who are up there, people who are successful in their chosen field. Find out how you can reach out to them. Some of them we get to read about them in the books. You can have mentors in the book. Maybe in the book you read John Maxwell. It could be the Zig Ziglar. It could be people already in business, in the dream and the rest. But beyond that, we also need to have a physical mentor, someone who can hold your hands and take you around the path you want to be, where you want to be successful at, or what you want to be successful at doing. And so today we have a guest who'll be sharing her story with us, how she started, what kept her going, how she can empower you. Hearing a story, how a story can empower you in starting anything you desire to do, anything you're called out to do. We all have skills, and like I use David as a scenario. David in the Bible, David was a man that was so much into a Lord. David was a priest. David was a singer. David was a warrior. David was a dancer. There was so many things David could do, and in all of it, David was so skillful in all of it. So meaning that we can have so much skills and we can be skillful and good in all of it. Let me just go into introducing myself before I bring in our guest. My name is Sandra Oko. I'm a Maxwell Leadership Certified Team Member. I'm also the founder of Money Matters Life. I'm an IT sales expert of over 20 years. If you're looking for a salesperson to get your product out there to the public, to the people who need it, you can reach out to me. I'm also a book author, a best-selling author. I'm also a member of the Toastmaster as the Vice President Public Relations. I bring all of our presentation, all of our talks to the public on social media. And just recently I was nominated for the Presidential Lifetime Award. And today I have a guest with me who will be sharing a story and also empowering us with our story, how we can become, you know, billionaires, millionaires, whatever, how we can make, manage, and multiply our money. Thank you. So great to have you, Ma. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So you might want to introduce yourself. I always love to leave the introduction to the people speaking because they are better. They are better at what they do. At least they will be able to sell themselves better to my audience than I would.
Hi, my name is Adeola Fayehun. I'm a Nigerian journalist, satirist, and YouTuber, and I'm excited and happy to be here today. Thanks so much for having me.
You're also an entrepreneur. I saw the other day you had some hair products you're selling. So we like
Yes.
to hear your story, how it all started. What was the passion about the business? Now it's all you talking. You're the one educating us. You're the one empowering us. I'm just gonna sit
So
down, watch
to,
you, and listen.
I was listening to your introduction, and to be honest with you, I don't think I live up to the standard that you have set. You're talking about somebody that can tell us how to be billionaires. I'm also looking for somebody that will tell me how to be a billionaire.
But you
So
started.
So what we do is we have a hair care company. As a Nigerian in the diaspora, the first thing you learn when you move abroad is that you have to do your hair by yourself like 90% of the time. It is very expensive to go into the salon here, unlike back in Nigeria where you have salons everywhere.
Yeah.
And more so if you do not plan on wearing wigs, or if and you don't plan on putting relaxer in your hair, if you plan on having your own natural hair, it means you have to take care of it by yourself. There are salons that take care of natural hair, but again, it is expensive to go out to get
Yeah,
your hair
true.
done. And we don't have enough of the natural hair salons. It's still mostly like salons where they want to put relaxer in your hair. So I started doing my hair. I used to go to Dominican salon when I was living in New York City, but at some point I decided to go natural with my hair, and I realized quickly that I would, have to learn how to take care of my hair. And it's such a shame that all my life I never knew how to take care of my own hair. Here, people learn how to take care of their hair from young age. So I had to learn. So um, here, you have to learn how to make your own hair. And I was already in my 30s. I think I was 35 when or maybe my early 30s, maybe I was 33 or so when I went natural. So for me personally, I felt like, how could it have taken me 30 something years to learn how to take care of a part of my own body? That that's not cool at all. Like, we learn how to take care of our skin, we do our makeup ourselves, although me, I don't know how to do makeup, people make fun of me. Um we know how to take care of anything that has to do with our body, but our hair, we usually just leave it to somebody else.
To do it.
If it's someone that knows what they're doing, the hair will thrive. If it's someone that will just put in the comb from the root, then our hair will break. And so I realized that there's a need to educate people about how they take care of their hair. Hair is always going to be part of you, whether you have it, whether you don't have it. It will always be part of you. Hair is like plants, it could be nurtured to bloom, to be full, to grow, and especially our edges. A lot of people believe once you get to a certain age, oh, you have to lose your edges, which doesn't have to be like that. And it's about educating people about the impact of how we braid our hair. If we make it tight, it has its own implications. If we wear wigs that require gluing your edges, it comes with its own implications, because then it's pulling your edges. So I had to learn a lot about how to take care of my hair. And part of learning was knowing what works, what oil works, and mixing things together. And so that was where the hair butter journey started. But then when I had my daughter, I experienced postpartum hair loss, and all my edges were gone. I lost a lot of hair all over my head. My hair broke a lot, but then the edges were gone. It was like this. So I decided I would mix together everything that I know that could work for your hair. And that was where the hairspray was born. And we would like send it to friends to test and all that. And just to put it in context, when I had my son, I experienced another postpartum loss, but also it wasn't just the postpartum, it was also the stress that came with the all the complications that I had with that pregnancy and having multiple surgeries and all that. But all over here, I had no hair at all. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see, I'm already
And it's
having
coming
it.
back. You can see it's getting darker.
And another thing that the product does is like it coils up your hair. I don't know if people can see. I'm having like curly new growth already, which I am very, very good for. It comes out like baby hair.
Yeah.
Anyway, in November, there was nothing here, absolutely nothing.
Oh.
So the hair product was launched to for people to know what I have used that worked for me, that is safe, that is all natural, no toxic ingredient whatsoever, no chemical whatsoever, to get your hair soft and manageable. And I feel like I am just advertising the product, But honestly, it is my effort to answer the question on how the product came by. It was to meet a need. And going by what you said at the beginning, anybody that had a product that is successful is because their product or their service met a need. And so if someone is out there thinking of how to make extra money, if there's something that is needed and you can provide a solution for it, then put it out. It's always good to think of meeting a need because now our customers are satisfied, and so they give us money because they are satisfied.
True.
We're meeting their need. They are also meeting our need for money. But we are also meeting their need for healthy hair, full hair, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's how adults started.
Awesome. Awesome. That means you didn't just keep it to yourself, because sometimes, like I earlier said, the leader is one who knows it and shows it to others. The leader is one who has the information, but making the information known to the public. Because you didn't just use it for your hair only and having good hair and you just enjoying your product, but you now made it public, getting it out there for people to get to use it and before you did that, you tried it out with some friends, which is some of the things we need to do when we're coming into a business or starting a business. Finding
Yes.
out, okay, what is the problem that is being suffered in my community? What product can I bring out to meet their need? In order for us to empower our people and also help them get to know, okay, this is what is needed. You must know what the problem is, what the gap is. You must find out, okay, what can I use to, close this gap up? So the moment you know what you can put in there, yes, you have a product, but you have to bring out your product out. A lot of people have good services, good products, but the products are not out there for people to get to know about them. So that means that every of the social media platform, everyone you know who have used the product can give you some kind of testimonial, right? Do a write up and do some kind of 1 minute video, 2 minutes video you can post on Instagram, on social media. Because one of the good thing about what I do on this show is helping people to bring their product out to people who need those products. And how do you get your product out? I have done sales for 20 years of my life. I didn't read sales from the university. My mother was a beer distributor. My mother had a casino. My mother also was selling food. So all of the time when I come back from school, I have to be in the shop. If you know Alade, popular Alade markets, some people still know me there. They'll call me my middle name, Nonye. Ah, Nonye Umoyo Kipa. That's what they say, that I can greet for Africa, because when you even don't answer, I say, good afternoon, ma'am. So they already know me. Some of my mom's friends say, oh, that girl can greet for Africa. And I would always be there to help my mom to sell. And when people want to buy things, the way you run and go and approach cars. My mom sells beer, my mom sells beer. So sometimes some of these people who comes will like, I want to deal with that small girl. Take me to your mom's shop. So because I'm small among several older people, older women and men, so I'm able to help my mom to sell much more than my mom would sell. Because my mom was on big side. And of course, we would not be able to do some of the things those people are doing to get customers. So when a car drives into a Alade market, we run to the car to find out what the car needs. Sometimes it might not just be beer, it might be something else. Sometimes it's like, oh, sorry, I'm not interested, I'm not buying anything. I'm going to the food section and everything, and we just go back to sit down. But sometimes some of them will tell you, okay, I want to buy Star, I want to buy this, I want to buy that. And so, and because, that tiny baby voice, 12 years old, they would give yes to me. They would say, okay, where's your mom's shop? Some of them would park their car and follow me to the shop. And, my mom would be happy that I was helping us to sell. And time moved
That's
when,
good.
she was also selling food. And sometimes, as growing up girl, as a teenager, you don't want people to see you selling some of those things. I started, self-awareness, so you're now becoming self-aware. You don't want people seeing you, hawking or maybe staying in the shop to sell. But be that as that might be, I needed to help my mom. Sometimes you have sales girls in the shop who are not ready to, customer is the king. Some customers, when they're not well served, they will not come. So being in the shop, helping us just to sit down there sometimes to see what the sales girls are doing, I get a lot of, body feelers, and customers are not happy. I would go to them and ask them if they what they want extra, just to make them feel good. So beyond just selling, we also need to have good customer service, because you
Yes.
don't want to burn the bridges. I've seen people sell and they don't care what the customers, are feeling, whether they are enjoying the product. Getting to get feedbacks from your customer and saying, okay, I need feedbacks. Feedbacks will help me do better and also improve my product. But those feedback also makes those customers feel good that, oh, this is a great manufacturer or whatever, OEM or something. Trying to find out if the product I'm using is good, and trying to see how you can make sure your customers are satisfied. That is one thing to keep your customers coming, because they know that whatever I buy from her, she would always come to check on me if that product is doing what I bought that product for. And in so doing, that customer will want to, be a mouthpiece. Like I always will tell you that one bad news moves faster than a good news. So you want to leave good impressions on the people using your product, because they would always go out there to tell people that, guess what? Oh, this is the product I'm using, and my hair is turning out good and everything. And by so doing, you have more customers. That's one-on-one referrers. You get more customers through that mouth-to-mouth referrer. So in doing anything in life, whatever you find doing, it's said, do it well, because you don't know who is watching. You don't know who will stumble across your product. You don't know what that product will be tomorrow. So that's why in this session of Money Matters Life, we bring people who have things they're doing, how they stumble across whatever product or services they're doing, how they can get their products to you, and what we can do. And sometimes what I do to also make sure people help me refer more people is I try to make sure I give them a cut and say, for every referrer, you have a free product. For every 10 referrals I get, I can coach you for free and I won't take any money. I can give you a discount. I could, if you want to write a book as a ghostwriter, I can help you put your thoughts together and get the book ready. And as a ghostwriter, get everything ready, get your content out there. You want to write a foreword for your book, you want to write uh, a an article for a magazine or a newsletter, you can reach out to us. That's what we do. But beyond that, I also do some coaching. I also train people, and I do this for free. On a platform that, whilst doing those things for free, I can get good and better. Or somebody can discover me, like I earlier said, and say, okay, I want to come and do something for me. And that's how it all starts. But you must bring your talent, you must put your skill to use. You must bring it to limelight. Somebody out there must know what you do and to be able to speak for you. We have different people who speak for people. Someone might like your product and is already a mouthpiece advertising your product somewhere you cannot reach. Like I often will tell people, you have your product in Michigan. How do I get people to know your product in Maryland? How would people in all over the 50 states of America get to know what you do? It's in getting referrals, people using your product, giving testimonial, and mouth to mouth adverts, people, advertising for you. That's it. Thank you, Sister Diola, for
Thank you,
that
ma'am.
information, putting your thoughts together and bringing it. I have a testimonial too. I never learned to do hair anywhere. But when I was going to leave Nigeria to the same thing, I had to cut my long hair. I decided to start doing dread, because I don't want pressure of, oh, how do I get funds to do my hair? I don't want to look shabby, because your hair seems to be like your crown, the beauty of a woman. So I did dread. It wasn't that beautiful when I first started. Dread when it's small looks very ugly. But as it grows longer, it becomes beautiful. For 4 years, I carried, I think 3 years plus, I got tired of that look, same look. I tried to cut the hair and have a short hair. Having a short hair was difficult for me to manage. Was really difficult because combing it, oh my God, I dread it. So every day I would have to pour water on it because I want it to be soft. I would have to look for things like Ori just to massage it, leave in conditioner, put it for a while, massage it, and allow it to stay for a while before combing it. It wasn't that easy, when you're running out to meet an appointment or you have an interview or something. Combing the hair and managing it was really, really difficult. So at my daughter's hair, I have a girl. So when I want to go to salon, they tell you $100. $100 for what? I had to learn to do the hair myself. And as I got doing it, I got better. Like my hair today was done by my 11-year-old girl. I said if I don't put myself to allowing her to
It's
try,
beautiful. It's
it's
beautiful.
it's kinky, and that's one of the simplest way of doing it. She wants to do everything, so I told her, okay, I'm going to leave my hair for you to do because I've been wearing wig, and I got tired of wearing wig, so I wanted to do something new. And I know if I have to go to salon, I'm going to spend like $100. So I got the stuff, and I told her how to do it. I showed her the first one, bring it out, and in no time, less than an hour, she was done. So that's a new skill for her now. And I told her you can do it for your friends. And at intervals, maybe every 2, 3 months, I'm going to leave my hair for you to try and do something new on it. So that this is how we can get our people, our children, the people we take care of to get skilled. We're in a season where you need to empower our youths. We don't want to leave them to YouTube, watching YouTube video and not using YouTube to make money. Like they have a lot of information out there for them. And I feel for them because there's too many information, some good information, some bad information. And we're not there as parents to censor it. So these are things you can put your kids to learning, either going on YouTube to watch how to barb hair, how to make clothes, what to do. So that they are not all on YouTube to learning things that are not right. Because like a friend of mine would say, YouTube University. There's nothing you want to learn in this world that you cannot learn on YouTube. You want to learn how to make a dish. You want to learn how to make a continental dish. You want to learn how to make mac and cheese. Just name it. You want to learn how to make puff puff, cake, chin chin. You can learn that on YouTube. There's really nothing you want to learn to do that you cannot learn to do on YouTube. So we can help channel those information, channel those energy because they have a lot of energy right now where they're growing up. You can find out what they are passionate about. Like my kids, I have learned to tell them, I have all the type of musical instruments know in this world. I have a drum set, I have a keyboard, I have a guitar, a violin, a trumpet, just because I want them to have a skill. They don't have to wait for a job before they start making money. So gradually, I'm telling them, okay, if you do this well, I'll give you this gift card. If you get to do this better, I give you this, just to make them. My daughter would tell me when she paid my nose, Mommy, my $5, you must pay me. So I try to encourage her to by paying her those little money, And she does my editing of videos. She does my intro videos. And she's just 11 years old because I know that rather than just leaving her on YouTube, is to equip her and get her skilled. She knows how to do flyers. So these are things we can do with our kids. We have resources all around on the internet. Give them assignments to learn how to do videos. Most of my CapCut videos, she's the one that taught me about CapCut. I never needed something like CapCut. I used Wondershare to do editing of my videos and everything. She's the one that taught me how to do music, and I'm like, I don't want copyright music. She told me, Mommy, don't worry, I'll get you some music. And that's because I know I cannot be there all the time to monitor what she does. But I try to give her assignment of things to do. And now she's knitting. She knits, she makes bangles, and I've been disturbing her. I said, I want 10 bangles from you. I want to help you to sell so that you can make money to replenish the materials I bought for you because mommy will not always be there to buy it for you. So you must sell some to make money. She does all of them for herself and she'll be wearing like 10 bangles. And I'm like, no, 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 no. 2 or 3 is okay. But do them and put them on Instagram because she said her friends have things on Instagram they're selling. And because she don't want us to also be distracted from school, so I just tell her, do it. I'll share with my friends and they can buy for their kids. They can also buy for themselves. So we're in an age where we can help our kids, help our teenagers, help the people around us. It doesn't have to be your kids. The people around you want to empower. In empowering them, find out what they like to do. Rather than just sit by the screen, watch TV all day, being on their phone and pressing their phone. There are things they can do. They can do write-ups. They can do, skits, short cartoon-like videos that can be a blessing, and Bible stories. They can mimic it and just get something ready to empower their world, as also empower the coming generation. You want to say something, ma'am?
Not at all.
So that's the reason why I actually created this channel so that we can bring people who are skilled there, who are good cooks, who know how to make hair, what passion kept them doing hair. Because I know sometimes some of these skills I'm talking about are not easy. Sometimes you might have to burn the midnight candle. Sometimes people make air. I recently, when my daughter was going back to school in August, my friend was going to make long braids for my daughter. And I was doing it. My hands, the muscles on my hands were really painful. I was standing for like 3, 4 hours to make hair. And I'm like, these people go through a lot to make hair. I said, no wonder they charge a lot. The muscle of my hands were paining me because I had to learn to do the braid very fast. And I can tell you there are things, it's not that easy to doing anything that is good. He said success is uphill. It's not easy, but you have to be consistent at doing it. Whilst doing it, you get skilled up and you get good at doing it. And the stress that you think you're facing would dissipate. That's how I learned how to make hair because I wanted to also save money from taking my daughter to salon. So once in a while, I could give her a treat and say, okay, I'll take you to salon to do a nice hair, something much more better than what mommy can do. So it's not oftentimes I have to take her there to spend $150, $100 to make her hair. I do her hair sometimes myself. So in getting skilled, please let's reach out to people who can be a blessing to us. Maybe there's something you want to learn. Like recently, one of my friends from the John Maxwell is also a coach and also an accountant and an engineer. So he was talking to me about how he barbs hair. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he's a barber. He's an engineer, electrical engineer. He works as a coach too. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday is busy cutting people's hair. So I was trying to make my boys understand that they should be ready to make mistakes. So I wanted them because sometimes when I take them to go and cut their hair, I spend $40 just to cut hair. And I tell them to come, let me try it on them. And they're like, no, 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 mommy, you will not, you spoil my hair. And I said, okay, both of you can do yourself because I have two boys who are, their ages are close, 18 and 16. And I tell them, why would your dad, since we moved into the US, my husband will cut his hair. But my boys will tell, when they were quite younger, they will allow their dad to cut their hair. But now they will say, no, daddy will not give me the kind of style I want. So, and I take them to go cut their hair, sometimes $100. And I'm like, I would rather want to give you this money as your pocket money rather than going to cut your hair somewhere. So I had to bring this friend of mine to coach them and tell them that they should be ready to make mistakes and they should try cutting their hair themselves first, then before cutting for themselves. And be ready to make mistakes. But if you're not ready to make mistakes and not ready to try new things, there's no way you'll get skilled up.
Mhm.
So and I think that's it in summary in empowering our people. So
Thank
before we
you.
cut the day, maybe you have a word you want to say to leave our audience, searching out
Um,
new skills and how to empower themselves and empower the people around them.
you can always turn your passion into product, or you turn your passion into a business. If you're already passionate about something, you can always turn your passion into a source of income. And like we said earlier, consistency is the key,
Yeah,
but also good to learn how to work smart, not just work hard. If
true.
you're working hard but you're not working smart, then you're leaving money on the table and you're wasting time.
Yeah,
Like how you said about using social media, you can use social media to bring awareness, to bring publicity to what you're doing, to harness um, awareness towards what you're doing. So working smart, if you're trying to set up a website, you don't have to do it by yourself. You can just pay people on Fiverr, and you can have them do it for you within like a week, 2 weeks, while you focus on more important things instead of you trying to figure out coding and all that, and then it doesn't come out like you want it. You don't have to do everything by yourself. If you have a business idea, you can leverage on other people's knowledge, expertise to bring it to life. You do not have to do everything by yourself.
true.
Just do, excuse me,
Sorry,
the
guys.
most important thing, that which nobody else can do, but you focus on that. And even that, you should teach people so that if anything happens, the business doesn't have to stop because you are sick or because you can't.
Yes, somebody can continue.
That's all that I would say.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for making that time. And like you
Thank
right
you.
away, you must teach your skill to somebody else for continuity. It is said that the graveyard is where you have a lot of knowledge that will never harness. So
Yeah.
whatever you think you know how to do, please pass it on to someone. Get your people skilled, get your staff skilled. So when you are handicapped or something goes wrong, you're sick, you're too strong to be face to face your customers. Somebody else is there to carry out what you should have done. So I want to say thank you to our audience. And if this is your first time, please kindly like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that oftentimes when we come on this show, you will get notifications to alert you that we are live. Thank you so much for following us. And thank you, Madam, or do I say Sister Diola?
Can
Diola
you just
Fayehun.
yeah, please, just Adeola is fine. I'm not a madam.
Adeola
Thank
Fayehun,
you.
thank you so
Yeah.
much for your time. Thank you. Even
Thank you
out
so
of your
much.
busy schedule, the kids needing your attention, making out time for this. I really do appreciate you, ma'am. And I want
Thank
to say thank you for making out time.
thank you,
And
ma'am.
your business, I would want to help you to promote it too, if you don't mind. If you can put a Fiverr video together, maybe a 1 2 minutes video, I can show at intervals during my show, and also I can spread it, and also can patronize you. At least let me use it for my daughter's hair, and our hair, and see how the hair grew. Because they say when you grow older, your hair start receding in the middle. So
Yeah.
I want to have long hair, so I can try the product out to and be a testimonial to your product.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Thank
ma'am.
you. All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
If you've made it this far into this video, thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe so you can support your girl. Thank you.